Welcome. So you're planning a trip to a Swahili-speaking country? That's amazing. You're in exactly the right place. In the next few minutes, I'm going to get you ready for your first real conversation. Let's make sure you're not just a tourist, but a really welcome guest. Feeling those little pre-trip jitters about speaking a new language? Hey, don't worry, that's completely normal. But I've got some good news for you. Swahili has a secret that makes it surprisingly easy for beginners. Let's dig in and find out what it is. So, what is this big secret? It's actually super simple. Swahili is a phonetic language. That just means what you see is exactly what you say. You can forget all about those silent letters or confusing pronunciation rules you might have struggled with in other languages. Nope, in Swahili, every single letter has its own sound, and it's always the same. It is just incredibly straightforward. Okay, let's put this to the test with the 5 basic vowel sounds. These are the absolute building blocks of the language. If you can master these, and you will, you're already halfway to pronouncing pretty much any Swahili word you see. First up, we have A. Just think of the A in the word father, that nice, open ah sound. Now let's try it in a word. The Swahili word for friend is rafiki. Let's break it down. Ra-fi-ki. Your turn. Perfect. Next is E. It's a short, sharp eh sound, just like in the word bet. Let's practice with the word for elephant, something you'll definitely want to see on your travels. Tembo. Say it with me. Tembo. You are doing great. Our third vowel is I, and it's always pronounced like the E in si. Simple, right? Let's try it with the word for day. Si-ku. You got this. And now for O. It's a nice round O sound, just like in the word go. Let's give it a try with the word for fire. Moto. And last but not least, we have U, which is pronounced like the U in food. Let's try the word for chicken. Kuku. And there you go. That's it. The 5 vowels of Swahili. A, E, I, O, U. So simple and so consistent. Now, take a look at this. This explains the 2 golden rules that make Swahili pronunciation so predictable. First, words are broken down into these simple little chunks, usually a consonant followed by a vowel. And second, almost every single word ends in one of those 5 vowel sounds we just practiced. It's what gives Swahili that beautiful, rhythmic sound. So, now that you've got the sounds down, let's move on to what is maybe the most crucial part of any conversation, the greeting. Okay, this is really important to remember. In Swahili-speaking cultures, greetings are a huge deal. It's not like here where you might just jump straight into asking for something. Over there, the greeting is a true sign of respect, and it's the real beginning of any interaction. Honestly, skipping it is seen as pretty rude. And, it's not just about the words you say. It's about making eye contact, offering a genuine, warm smile, and using a friendly tone. These nonverbal cues are just as important. They're how you show respect and start building that connection. So, how do you know which greeting to use? Well, it all depends on who you're talking to. Swahili has different greetings for different situations, and it's all about showing the right level of respect. This little table is your cheat sheet. For elders, or really anyone in a position of authority, you're going to use shikamoo. It's a very respectful greeting. The person you're greeting will then respond with marahaba. Now, for people your own age or younger, you can use the much more casual mambo, which is kind of like saying, "What's up?" And the typical response you'll get back is poa, which just means cool. All right, it's time to put all this into practice. Just imagine this. You've just arrived at the airport. You're probably a little tired from the flight, but you really want to start your trip off on the right foot. Here is a super simple 4-step guide you can follow for any introduction, whether you're checking into your hotel or just chatting with a taxi driver. A friendly airport staff member walks up to you, smiles, and asks, "Habari safari?" which means, "How was your trip?" This is your moment. You can smile right back and reply, "Nzuri asante." That means good, thank you. Then you can introduce yourself by saying, "Jina langu ni," and then just say your name. And to finish off your little introduction, you can tell them where you're from with Ninatoka, followed by your country, and then why you're visiting. Niko hapa kwa likizo. I am here for vacation. And just like that, you've had your first full conversation in Swahili. See? Not so scary at all. Okay, to wrap things up, let's give you a little toolkit of essential phrases that are going to be your absolute best friends during your trip. Time for a quick pop quiz. What are the 2 most important words in any language? Yep, you guessed it. Yes and no. In Swahili, yes is ndio, and no is hapana. They're easy to remember, and trust me, you'll be using them all the time. Now, let me introduce you to a word that is basically a cultural superpower. The word is pull. It might translate to sorry, but it is so much more than that. It's a pure expression of empathy. If you see someone stumble or if they tell you about any kind of problem, big or small, just saying pull shows that you care. It's a simple word that creates a really powerful connection. And now for the grand finale. If your brain is feeling a little bit full and you can only take away 5 things from this whole explainer, please make it these 5 essential phrases. These 5 phrases are your passport to smooth interactions. Habari is your all-purpose how are you. Asante is thank you. Tafadhali is please. Samahani works for both excuse me and sorry. And Jina langu ni is how you introduce yourself. With these 5 phrases in your back pocket, you'll be able to handle pretty much any basic situation with grace and confidence. So there you have it. You're not just a tourist with a phrase book anymore. You actually have the tools to connect with people on a much deeper level. You know the sounds, you know the greetings, you know the essential phrases. So I guess the only question left is, are you ready to go out there and start your adventure? Enjoy every minute of your trip.